My boyfriend asked for a break, and now I'm not sure if I want to get back together. My boyfriend is 32, and I am 27. We've been together for 2 years and have done a lot of work on the relationship. There was a lot of lying and consequent mistrust early on, but we've proven to each other that we want this to work and had rebuilt the trust that was lacking. However, his mother passed away a few months ago. He was unhappy with the amount of support I offered, so he was out at a bar one night, approached a girl, bought her a few drinks and exchanged information with her. This was in February, and from what I gather nothing actually came of it. When I found out a few weeks ago, all the trust we had just rebuilt felt like it was ruined, even though this event happened a while ago now and everything has been fine since. He suggested a break to figure out if we wanted to be together and if we could get past this. The break was supposed to be around 10 days, and the first few days were really hard. But I also found myself really happy with the amount of freedom and enjoyed meeting new people. We were both on dating apps and seeing other people. I was enjoying it, so I asked for an extra week. I've been on around 3 dates, some of them were just very sweet and I didn't see any future with, but one of them I could be interested in dating. Of course they had qualities that I was missing in my boyfriend, and they were missing some qualities that I loved about him. I am still communicating with 2 of these guys and would like to see them again if I were single. I currently do have dates set with them this week. The problem is that we have been talking about getting back together. It's been about 3 weeks and I still don't feel ready. He is now 100% sure that he wants to make this work and be in this relationship, and I feel though I am exactly 50-50 if I should stay or go. We have put each other through a lot of pain, but we've also proven to each other that we are extremely committed and want to be together forever. However, I have issues with his career and his lack of ambition, and I also feel as though we are not 100% compatible, but pretty close. Some of these guys I have met have been really intellectually stimulating and are very driven people. He wants an answer now and he's expressed his desire to get back together. I feel as though I would like to continue the break, but I understand it's been going on too long. I want to continue seeing these other people because I feel like I'd been missing out if I didn't and always wondering what if. At the same time I am very scared to lose him and then I'll regret it down the line because he's honestly my best friend. TLDR, my boyfriend broke my trust so we took a break. He wants to get back together but I'm really enjoying seeing other people. He is my best friend and I can't decide whether or not it's time to move on. Edit. 2 things I want to address from the comments so far. Although he suggested the break, I was completely on board. It was his idea but I was on board as well since I wanted to clear my head. He didn't force it on me and I got the impresses that if I said no to it, he would have been fine. I am not just stringing him along while I date other people. He's also been free to date other people. He has gone on dates and is still in touch with another girl and who knows what else. To say I'm stringing him along makes it sound like I'm giving some kind of double standard. Comments. 1. If you're both meeting other people in 10 days, I think you've got your answer. 2. A break as in get some space to yourself, I understand. But a break and they're both talking other people and in only 10 days too, wow. Yeah, that relationship isn't going anywhere, call it off. 3. Time to break it off. I think you kind of know that already. But you'd feel pretty differently if you 2 were right for each other. Being this intrigued by the new guys says a lot. 4. Honestly, he broke your trust and wanted to break it off. This break is like a nice way to say I don't want to continue without being the bad person. You don't feel 100% with him. You have answered your own question. Find someone else or be you. 5. As someone that's been in this exact same spot, don't go back to the first guy, smiley face, trust me. OP, really? That's encouraging to hear. Did you still love the person when you left? How did you force yourself to break it off? Was there any regret before it got better? 6. Yeah, I did still love him when I left. It was really difficult. Probably the most difficult thing I ever did. I think what helped me break it off is that my family and friends knew what was happening. Like you, my ex and I were struggling to build trust. I also caught him on Tinder when we were still together. He never did anything either, but it was hard justifying why I would go back to a relationship that was already failing. My ex tried everything to get me back once he saw I didn't want to. He begged, pleaded, even tried to propose to me. It was hard to see him like that. It still hurts even now thinking about it. I never wanted to hurt him, even if he did some messed up things to me, but I chose a guy I went on like 2 dates with over him. His potential was better than what I knew what my ex could give me. And now that 2 dates guy is now a 2-year guy. I'm happier than I've ever been. You're right, those new guys you're dating won't be like your ex, no one will be. But that's kind of what's nice. You'll find guys who will fulfill you in different ways. OP, this is so helpful and encouraging, I screenshotted it for later. This feels like the most difficult thing in the world, but I'm glad to hear that it worked out for you. It gives me hope that if I make that decision, it could work out. Thank you. 7. If he needs an answer right now while you're still 50-50ths, then your answer is clearly no. This man almost cheated on you because he felt that you didn't support him enough when his mother died. Whether he was justified in feeling that way or not, infidelity as his reaction to that is not okay. Do you want to have to worry about that for the rest of your life? 8. Yeah, the minute OP is busy with their, hypothetical, new baby, new job, etc., she will be in the same situation as she is now. The BF has proven he would rather talk up a new lady than address the actual issues in his relationship. 9. It sounds like he broke your trust, initiated the break, and expected you to not have the success in making new connections that you did, and that he hasn't had as much success out there as he'd imagined he would. Now that he's done checking out options, he wants you back. Pure conjecture, but something to consider. Don't be anyone's second choice or fallback option. You've met new, interesting people you want to continue dating, do it. Break up with your boyfriend for good, give yourself time to explore being single, and enjoy it. Then after 6 months, a year, or whatever, see where you are. And if your heart aches, that's normal. Grief is a part of any breakup. Experience that, too. Don't try to be with him and explore dating. That will just draw out your current relationship and lead to needless drama. 10. Why do you feel compelled to get back together with your BF? Is it the time spent? Look up sunk cost fallacy. Is it love? Happiness? Because it doesn't sound like you two are madly in love or very happy. I read your post and the only reason I can think of, obligation, and that's a bad reason. The whole point of a break is to take some time to think about your relationship and see whether you really want this or whether you're dragging a dead horse. At least in your case you have found that you're happier without the relationship. Your BF opened this can of worm when he suggested a break. And now he wants to mend things on his own terms. Honestly, if someone demands an answer from me now, the answer will most likely be no. OP, thanks for the comment, I've actually really given this a lot of thought. I am someone who is very happy being single, loves dating, and has no fear of being alone or starting over. My hesitation is genuinely that he is such a great person and so fun to hang out with. It's not every day you find someone you click with the way we click. It's more so I just hope I can find someone who makes me laugh as much as he does. 11. Frankly, the concept of taking a breather seems like a bad idea to me, but I'll meet you halfway. If he's your best friend now, he'd be your best friend afterwards. If your status of best friend is dependent on having a romantic relationship, that's not a best friend. If you wanted to be with him, you would drop those 2 strangers you're talking to, and be with him, but you're not. You're risking a relationship with a guy you know pretty well with dudes you know nothing about. And yes, you know nothing about them. Take it or leave it. If you regret either decision, oh well, but make a decision, and I highly recommend breaking up with him, to be very clear. The relationship started badly, you didn't support him, or he thinks you didn't, when a relative of his died, and he practically cheated on you. Your relationship with him is the opposite of appealing, and if the only reason you want to get back with him is because of your feelings and nothing else, I'll tell you right now, that's an awful idea.